What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the N.y.a show. Let's dive into this story going on with us and a visit that Kamala made over there in Ghana. Ghana's president softens country stance on draconian anti-LGBTQ bill as Kamala Harris visits. Now, the social media was in a little whirlwind on Twitter the other day when a story came out about an LGBT bill that was going on in Ghana that was going to be pretty harsh and that they were looking to implement. Now, a couple of days later, they're saying that while the U.S. Vice President Kamala, who's on a tour of the West African country right now, went and had a talk and said that human rights is what we stand on, and that nothing that is related to that bill was anything that I guess the United States would be in some form of support of. And as I said, the president is going to come to him at the end, and he's going to, of course, assert and see if this is good to go. But you must also note that the bill is going to be debated on the floor in the parliament, on the parliament, and they're going to come to a final decision, and then it's going to get pulled over to them. Now, it may get watered down. Everybody may be making a big fuss out of this, and the whole bill may get watered down anyway, because y'all already know how it is when we want a bill done. It can be the George Ford Policing Act or something, for example. It'll be something major in that package that is what everybody ride on, that get the people rallied behind. And by the time it gets all the way through, because of different debates, disagreements within Congress, you end up with a watered down bill where you get a couple things that you wanted, a lot of stuff that a couple things that you wanted, not, and then a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't get, and that's usually how it comes down to it. So I don't think people should even trip out that much over the story and over what they're in the bill, because at the end of the day, the bill may get watered down in the end, and people are still going to be unsatisfied in the parliament, and then you'll have other people outside of that rally for the LGBTQ community that'll be happy. They're like, all right, we were able to get some of that, some of the harshness out of that bill by the time that it actually got to the president's desk. But like I said, members of parliament, for example, even a guy named Sam George, I want to give him his props. He is currently a member of the Seventh Parliament of the Fourth Republic of Ghana, representing Ningo Param. He said that basically over here in the United States, we just had in Nashville, someone go up in the school and we're talking about human rights and took the life of children. But here we are worried about what's going on in another country as far as how they want to legislate how to run things. He basically said, you got other things you need to worry about. There's more gun violence going over taking y'all lives than malaria is of people in Ghana. Of course, we'll need to fact check something like that. But that's what he was saying. When he's like, yo, worry about those issues and not so much focus on this. When overall, you should think that neither one of us should be worried about it. Ghana's economy is not in the best place that it could be in. And our economy not in the best place it should be in, rising, prices on everything, inflation. So there should be other issues that are at the forefront of what we're dealing with in the first place. Like I said, I can go right now and get patted down by someone in all black insecurity somewhere just to get a drink and hang out. But the kids can go to school and someone can just carefully, walk in there, no metal detectors, no nothing, and just and let off and take the lives of children. So we have to remember and consider that as well. Like I said, and I also want to note that the United States has said that due to what's going on in Uganda, where they have a tough LGBT anti-gay bill that they introduced and is getting close to getting signed, the United States kind of put that word out like, yo, if y'all think that y'all gonna, if that's how y'all gonna be rocking, if that what y'all gonna be doing, just know some sanctions coming down. And Ghana's side over there is saying that, yo, y'all can look, they doing to our brothers and sisters over there in Uganda, threatening them with sanctions. We ain't going for that. For example, the Speaker of the Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has slammed U.S. Vice President Harris and her comments on their position on the LGBTQ issue. According to him, the U.S. Vice President's assertion regarding the issue is undemocratic and should not be tolerated. He does not agree with those stances that are being pumped out there by Kamala Harris and what's coming from our end. He is not appreciative of that. At the end of the day, let me know what your thoughts are. I've watched different videos on this topic, and I've seen people in a lot of the comments over there from Ghana are just like, yo, we're riding with what the bill says, and this is what we want. And that viewpoint, and then you have other people who have done shows where they're doing pushbacks, like, yo, if you say in the United States you be worried about doing this and not worried about what y'all doing, don't you think it should be the same thing what you worried about what people are doing like sexually or things like that? And it's like, nah, nah, nah. You're like, nah, that it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Nobody really want to rock with that kind of thing. But I think that uh, I would like to know everyone's thoughts on this story and just say that, like I said, a lot of people agreeing and a lot of people are disagreeing with you. Let me know what you think about it. At the end of the day, Kamala Harris dropped over. She dropped over there to see what was going on. Just like I said, put our head into things like we always do, and let's see what comes from it. It's the N.y.a show. I'll catch y'all next time.